This is a recap of Gladiator. Alert! Spoilers ahead. Please watch until the end. Now, let's have fun and get into the video. General Maximus Decimus Meridius leads his Roman legions to victory against Germanic barbarians in the year 180 AD. He ended a long war and earns the esteem of elderly Caesar Marcus Aurelius. Marcus appoints the morally upstanding Maximus as emperor after his death. Marcus understands that Maximus will eventually restore the Roman Republic by returning power to the Senate. Maximus longs to go home. He tries to decline the honor, but Marcus Aurelius insists. Commodus is denied to be the successor of his father. Commodus kills his father by strangling him, because he does not love him. Commodus declares himself emperor and demands loyalty from Maximus. He refuses because he knows that Commodus was responsible for the death of Marcus Aurelius. In response, Commodus orders Maximus's arrest and execution. He sends Praetorian guards to kill Maximus's wife and son. Maximus manages to escape, but when he returns home, he finds that his villa has been burned down and his family has been crucified and killed. Devastated, Maximus buries his wife and son. Then he collapses with grief on their graves. Maximus is captured by slave traders and taken to Zuccoba, a province in North Africa, where he is bought by Proximo, the owner of a gladiator school. He initially refuses to fight. However, as he battles in the arena, his exceptional fighting abilities draw the attention of the crowd. Juba becomes a close friend and confidant of Maximus. In Rome, Commodus decides to celebrate the anniversary of his father's death by hosting 150 days of gladiatorial games. During a reenactment of the Battle of Zama in the Colosseum, Maximus leads Proximo's gladiators to a decisive victory over a stronger force. This is a big surprise to the audience. When Commodus enters the arena to congratulate the winners, he is shocked to see that the leader of Proximo's gladiators is Maximus. The emperor is unable to kill Maximus in front of the crowd, who are cheering for him, so he reluctantly gives the thumbs-up sign, allowing Maximus to live, and storms out of the arena. As the games continue, Commodus sets up a match between Maximus and Tigress of Gaul, Rome's only undefeated gladiator, in an arena surrounded by chained tigers that are instructed to attack Maximus. After a fierce battle, Maximus narrowly defeats Tigress and awaits Commodus's decision on whether to kill or spare him. Even though Commodus votes for death, Maximus decides to spare Tigress, deliberately defying the emperor and earning the approval of the audience. After the fight, Maximus meets his former servant Cicero, who tells him that his army is still loyal to him. Hagen and Proximo are killed during the attack, while Juba and the other survivors are captured. Maximus tries to escape to the city walls, but he is ambushed by a group of Praetorian guards. They use Cicero as bait, killing him as soon as Maximus is in the open. Believing that legends born in the Colosseum must also die there, Commodus personally challenges Maximus to a duel in front of a cheering audience. Recognizing that Maximus is a more skilled fighter, Commodus secretly wounds Maximus with a stiletto and hides the injury beneath his armor. In the arena, the two engage in a fierce battle, and Maximus eventually disarms Commodus. Commodus tries to get a sword from his guards, but they refuse to give him one. Maximus then drops his own sword, and Commodus pulls out a hidden stiletto and resumes the fight. Maximus overpowers Commodus and ultimately kills him with the stiletto. Maximus, a dying man, sees his wife and son in the afterlife as Commodus falls to the ground in the quiet Colosseum. He reaches out to them, but is brought back to reality by Quintus, the Praetorian prefect, who asks for his orders. Maximus commands the release of Proximo's gladiators and Senator Gracchus, whom he reinstates and instructs to restore power to the Senate as Marcus Aurelius had intended, making Rome a republic once again. As Maximus collapses, Lucilla rushes to his side. After being assured that her son is safe and Commodus is dead, Maximus passes away and joins his family in the afterlife. Senator Gracchus and Proximo's gladiators carry his body out of the Colosseum. Later that night, Juba, now a free man, buries two small statues of Maximus' wife and son in the Colosseum, where a patch of Maximus' blood remains. Juba states that he too will eventually join them, but not yet.